Hi, this is Dr. Erica.
I'm Dr. Joe.
We're from White Wong PT, and we're going to go over 2 progressions of a side plank.
So you already saw the one that we did in standing. That would be the first one that you would start with if you're having any kind of back pain or if you're having trouble maintaining that stability while you're holding that standing position. Once you graduate from that and you're able to hold that for a good minute or so per side, then we're going to come down to the floor and do the next part of the progression. So Erica's going to lay on her side. You notice that she's going to have her legs stacked one over the top of the other. She's going to have a slight bend in her hips before she starts. She is going to have the arm that she is laying on is going to be nice and driven into the ground, nice and even with the weight across the blade edge of her arm right here. She's going to have her hand on her side, and then she's going to brace before she begins the movement. So go ahead and do your brace, push my fingers out, and then go ahead and lift up with your hips. And as you're lifting up with your hips, you can also squeeze the muscles in your glute at the same time to drive your hips forward. So this is going to be a nice straight line that she's going to create as she's lifting up. So you'd want to work towards maybe 20 seconds or so at first. Once you're able to do that, keep progressing. The goal is to hit around a minute. It shows that if you are able to do a minute on each side, that it's actually, you're less likely to be injured in a sports performance atmosphere. So definitely you want to have that as a goal, especially if you have a glaring imbalance from one side to the other. If you have one side that you can do maybe 30 or 40 seconds and the other one you seem like you can hold for 2 minutes, that's definitely something that needs to be addressed, that your body, or this test is telling you that your body has some kind of asymmetry and you're actually more likely to get injured in that sense. So one more time, Erica, go ahead and have your knees stacked over the top of each other, just like this. Raises her hips up and drives them forward. Nice in a straight line, head's in a neutral position, looks really good. You can keep breathing in that position, but as you're breathing, make sure you're keeping on that brace. So you're not doing a belly breath where you're pushing it out really far. You're actually just doing smaller breaths as you're keeping that stability. So next, we're going to progress this. So what Erica's going to do is she is going to, you're going to lengthen the lever arm by making your legs longer. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult because you're lifting more weight in a sense. It's more rotational torque. So you're just going to have one foot in front of the other. And the same thing. Go ahead and drive up with your hips, drive forward. The reason they have the staggered stance like this is it's uncomfortable for some people's knees to be stacked one on top of the other. If the person has really big leg muscles too, it might affect the ability for them to stack their legs on top one side versus the other. This is a little bit easier. It's a good position. It's a little bit more balanced too, so you're not fighting so much side to side. This one's more for the muscles in your side. Erica's doing an excellent job of keeping that position while she's breathing. All right, and then go ahead and come back down. So we want you to do the same things that we just did. So you're going to start the progression on your side with your knees bent first. Once you're able to do about 60 seconds per side, especially without pain, that's what we want. The goal is going to be. And then you transition to the one where your legs are lengthened all the way, nice and straight. We appreciate you watching in, and remember to take care of yourself.